four of them are here on site. You'll be able to talk to them also in to face. But we also have the first startup joining us online, Nikita from LatBAN Tech. So we'll be slowly giving the floor to Nikita, and the format is very simple. The startup will have a 4 to 5 minutes for the presentation. Afterwards, you can ask some questions, and then we move to the next one. So, yeah. Sveiks, Nikita.
Hello everyone. One, two, one, two.
Yeah.
Checking the noise. All good? Can you hear me well?
Yes, yes.
Perfect. So, maybe a little bit wrapping up with the previous talker. It's definitely not about just the technology. Myself, I'm a double degree civil engineer. I've been involved in managing large-scale construction projects over past 15 years. Still am managing, supervising joint ventures, projects, tenders. So we have the knowledge, we have the technology, and I'm very grateful to be here today, online, uh, live from Paris Airport, and tell you more about Adventure Tech. Hello, everyone. My name is Nikita. I'm founder and CEO of Adventure Tech, and we are measuring the invisible. 4 years ago, when we founded the company, we decided to create a holistic system that will allow any global construction company to completely avoid collapsing accidents occurring on construction sites while performing fresh concrete works. Because these accidents happen on building sites, accidents happen on construction sites where we build transport infrastructure projects. And here, what leads it to? Fresh concrete slab that weighs 1 ton per square meter as a liquid substance is supported by temporary steel. And here is a clear proof of how the whole construction industry is operating. We trust only the theoretical calculation or the technical design or the rule of thumb, meaning that there is no mechanisms involved that would allow us to know precisely how loaded is the structure or how deloaded, how deformed or how undeformed is the structure. Therefore, accidents occur. There's a quick solution that the industry is implementing really well. It's called over design. Well, let's make things bigger, let's put more steel, and this is how we hedge the risk. But in the end of the day, it does not solve the problem. And specifically with our CO2 targets, we definitely should not go that way. Therefore, we decided to create a company where we would monitor and control several core pillars. Pillar one, local bearing. Pillar two, concrete strength. Pillar three, surrounding environment, meaning ground settlement, vibration impact, groundwater management, noise pollution, and many other aspects. Detect all these small deformations with our hardware and deliver all the live data to our software for in-depth analysis. You probably got it right. We produce hardware, structural real-time monitoring systems for any complexity construction project. The more complex the project, the more interest it has from inventors. We started our journey, as I said, 4 years ago, introducing the first load bearing sensor systems. Back then, our sensors would hold 3 tons per sensor. Now we're sending sensors with 1,500 ton load bearing capacity. We have concrete strength detection, different type of systems, settlement sensors, deformations for tilting, for movements, groundwater management things, vibration sensors. And last year, we introduced two additional sensors for pilot projects for structural behavior, sensors that would actually cast inside the structure during the construction process, and then just forget about monitoring because this sensor can live inside the structure for up to 20 years. And noise pollution sensor that was a must from us to develop because of the big incident between ghetto games and Greece and Palmyra. All our gadgets are connected in LabLab app for deliberate in-depth analysis, and normally we custom make, tailor adjust the interface to every customer individually. The applications, ports, railways, buildings, roads, bridges, airports. The more complex is the infrastructure, the better. We are a turnkey real-time monitoring system developer and a service provider. We have all in-house competences. At the moment, we have 8 people on the team. We have 3 scientific labs for testing and certification of our systems. And at the current current capacity is 200 sensors per month for production. So what real time data is important? First, mitigate the risk, save the superstructure, optimize your costs, save people lives, so increase the safety, improve predictive maintenance, specifically when we talk about existing superstructure monitoring. Quick reaction time whenever any anomaly is spotted, we have an opportunity to insert any threshold. So once the threshold is exceeded, it will send the alarm to react. It has environmental benefits, quality assurance, health and safety conditions are of course increased, and point number 10, we can work towards getting better insurance premiums. Let's have a look at several cases. Case one, beautiful skyscraper project in downtown Copenhagen. And once we introduced them our live load, the general contractor was super surprised of how much risk he was actually taking. Because again, he was trusting the theoretical calculation and the technical design that was performed by the third party. Thanks to our system, we allowed him to continue the project in a very safe manner. Because let's be honest, red means overloaded, meaning that the tendency to overproduce. Case two, Helsingborg project, where they used our temp sensors. Without temp sensors, that would normally do one floor in 11 days. With temp sensors, we allowed them to perform it in 7 days. This year, we're focusing on the slab control 5.0 sensors that we want to embed into new build projects and then have it for post construction monitoring. It can monitor all the functions of all the other gadgets that we have: concrete strength, temperature, vibrations, settlements, tensions, any type of load bearing, bending, concrete shrinkage, and the customers definitely love it. We've tested and performed it and sold it already to various pilot companies to understand how the files perform, to several bridge projects, and we are willing to continue this journey even further. But not only construction is something that we're interested in. A separate topic is existing superstructures. Mega bridge collapse in 2018 in Genoa, Italy, showed that there's a clear problem of maintaining existing superstructures. Recent accident in Dresden, Germany, top tier engineering, proved it again that if you do not use any real time monitoring systems, you are gambling. Same thing in Vietnam, September last year due to flooding. Brazil, right on Christmas, where 13 people got missing. A heavy truck carrying 22,000 liters of agriculture pesticides fell into rivers. So you just imagine what of a problem it gets when all these chemicals get into our environment. So why it normally happens? First of all, lack of data. And we are there to support all these governmental institutions because they will normally operate with bridges and that will be their asset to maintain. Poor maintenance. Environmental hazards and anomalies, of course. Every year we see stronger and stronger storms. But again, it doesn't mean that we now need to over design our superstructures. It means that we need to be more smart and resilient towards the challenges that we face. Of course, ignorance, old school thinking, let's be honest, construction is super old school, very bureaucratic, and many things need to be changed. Responsibility shifting, again, through subcontracting, and I think it, well, and bureaucratic challenges. At the moment, we will have already a pipeline of projects for superstructure monitoring, one in Canada, one in Iceland, and several additional in Saudi Arabia. In Saudi Arabia, we have three bridges that we are now preparing a technical solution, and we are expecting to equip them with our sensors in 6 weeks of time after opening. Our business model is to produce sensors and then split them in in two sections. If the monitoring is 3 to 6 months, we'll rent the system. If it is a long-term monitoring, we'll sell the system. We'll add consulting, data management, subscription to our software, engineering, and other supporting activities to generate complete funding for the project. Currently, our monthly recurring revenues are changing from 10 to 20,000 a month, and we have bootstrapping, and we see this organic growth through our, let's say, hard work that we will increase it, and we want to achieve 1 million ARR this year. But with investment, we see that it could be a big game changer towards our, let's say, our scaling. We definitely are open to consider investment to speed up our growth. We're looking to consider 250,000 euro pre-seed investment that will be spent on expanding our team, hiring 2 senior engineers for our R&D department, and 2 to 4 additional sales professionals, sales team within construction industry that can push our product in new markets such as UK, Canada, and America. This will lead us to 250,000 monthly recurring revenues by the end of the year, 1 million on contract value by the end of the year, meaning that we'll have these contracts already for 2026 to execute. We'll be able to expand our team to 12 people, and we're aiming for 10 million contract value by the end of next year already. And of course, we constantly want to continue working on new systems, and we see that market is really in need for landslide detection systems that can fit to transport infrastructure projects, mining projects, and all other critical task beds. Thank you very much. I'll be happy to answer all your questions.
Thank you very much, Nikita. Unfortunately, we don't have a system for giving you questions through the online session, but I'm sure we will be collecting them afterwards for you. Okay, thank you very
Great.
much.
I'll be back in Riga already tonight, so I'm also very happy to see you in person and discuss further steps.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So that was. Wait a second. Okay. I have no idea why it's not. Okay. Give me a second. Ah, okay. Now it should be better. Okay, now moving to the on-site pitches. I would like to welcome back on stage Ewald, representing us and his startup. So,
Hey, yep. Again, everyone, just want to share a little bit of opportunity here. So so for the last, so we've been commercializing AI solutions for the last 8 years, and then for the last 4 years, we've been working on next generation contact center, basically, and and we need to go to Dubai, by the way. So currently the contact centers, which are not so many in Baltic states of that size, of 100 operators, basically when typically it generates about like up to 200K a month expenses, and if you deploy our system, basically half of them can be replaced, and you also can improve the sales. But even though the numbers are great, the customers in Baltics are few, and the kind of the trust level to AI and the approval processes and everything is super struggling, not moving very fast. But there are good directions to go. So far, so we started with quality control part. We have one of the best quality control systems out there, on par with American Gong. So the Gong users have told that our system is better. So it tracks the soft skills, it tracks the hard skills, it understands in all sorts of different languages if there's a sales call, if there is an objection of price, then the right questions are asked. And then comes the key. If you understand everything that happens in the conversation, we are then giving this leaderboard, basically. And this is scoring all of the employees on every single activity they do in their sales cycles, in their customer service. And using this system, we achieve the results. The addition here recently, in about like last 6 months, is also we are doing the robot calls. So the similar like bland AI, but on our own systems. And so this is a great use case for debt collection, for the the medical institutions to avoid missed appointments and so on. And we also have on top of that the text. So it is basically one solution to replace all contact center. If we would do this in America, we would focus just on one aspect of the contact center. But as we're doing this on Eastern Europe, the only way for us to survive these 4 years was to kind of take more and more responsibilities until now we have super powerful system. So here, for example, we have the automation of the email responses in Outlook, in Tele2 website. If you go in Tele2 Zirkstele, that's our system. This is actually from Ministry of Economics. They are using our system there. Also for staff training, so you just drop in the materials and it generates automatically the course. So in contact center, somebody wants to train how to sell the pensions, these index funds. So they go through this, and the employee, so we can train employees from 5 days to 2 days and respond to emails on at least 40% cases. Then also validation of documents. They have all sorts of documents that go through their processes, and we automatically validate them. So it's kind of like this star system of different small, very specific agents. This is not an agent system where you create on prompt basis anything. This is just for contact centers. So our best clients are basically telcos, like maybe some of the words you know, TET, Tele2, financial institutions, also like financial institutions like For Finance, Inbank, others. Then medical institutions like like Veselības centers, debt collectors, the national companies like ministries, like traffic systems, and others. And so there's a lot of testimonials. Like this is one example. There were a team of 20 people using the system. 2 months, got 43% up in sales, selling, I believe it was B2C vitamins, but we have all sorts of great cases. So the system itself starts about like around like 1,000 to 1,500 a month. This is our kind of clients that we serve. And we position ourselves instead of like these large system distributors to very highly specialized systems. And because we are operating in Europe, all of our AI models are actually our own AI models. They are fine-tuned from the open source based on our data. For example, in Baltic states, we have processed in the last 4 years about like 5 million calls, and this is then embedded in those systems. So we have 30 researchers and scientists, and basically we kind of are able to run this on a tight budget. So the not using OpenAI for most of the things, some clients prefer it, but we can deploy it on premises without it. So it also gives us great margins. So the revenue last year, 600K, this year will surpass million for sure. So we are the best performing Build It startup from their first fund. They would like to invest in us again, but unfortunately they cannot boost their own portfolio. So we met recently with Outlast, and Outlast wants to invest in us. So we already, without the Outlast, I also have private investors already, so it's already 750K committed. I'm primarily looking for, so also great, any investors, but within specifically we need to land, and we have exact plan how to land this product in markets which are fitting. The Eastern European market, Central European market, and North is very bad for these kind of technologies. So the best place is United Arab Emirates, United States, India, actually. So, and we are already working on towards that. We have potential partners there, but the products are ready. We need to just push for the sales, and our calculation says that we will get by 5 million ARR to 2027. And this is just a conservative way. So we are not the fast growing these chat spam bots. We are basically actually working our way through a long way, and we will get there at least 10, maybe 100 times in the future, but this is kind of initial offering. I can give much more details later.
Okay, thanks very much.
Yeah.
We have time for questions from the audience.
Yeah.
Any questions, any takers? My first question was about the sales cycle. How would you describe it? Because those seem like very large corporations.
Yeah, it's we have. If any of you need great lawyer for data protection or AI regulation, I have the one. I think the best one around here, or maybe Artur's also have some good ones, but not many companies have those. And the data regulation, all of that takes about like 6 months at least. So our initial research tells that in the Emirates it will be a little bit shorter cycle, but it's typically 6 to 12 months. So that's why 4 years are actually not that bad. Yeah.
Okay. Other questions from the audience? Yes.
How do you split your time between scientists and being business?
As you saw, there's 30 people, right? And I have also the association. So this is kind of one of my advantages. We have myself, my doctorate students. We have a network of able to produce high quality talent for an affordable price. And this is how we get up in the game with other big players. We also publish a lot of scientific publications. Like if you go to Asia AI, we are kind of like small open AI actually.
Other questions?
Do you have your own data center?
Yeah, I have an LatBAN stack of servers, and here in Tipsala we have another huge stack of video card servers. So I think it last time was like I think nine servers with two or I think it's late. We upgraded everything to RTX 90 Ti or something. So without that we could not do what we do. Like we are not relying on OpenAI. Yeah.
Okay, one last question before we run out of time.
May I ask, you constantly saying we are not relying on
Yep.
OpenAI, blah, blah. But isn't it much more cost effective to push your API calls to OpenAI to the cloud?
No, if you calculate, we can have higher margins without OpenAI, especially on, so basically, we are talking about language models. As you saw there is a speech to text, text to speech, and those models, these are different pricing. 11 Labs are making huge lot of money. We also can make money. So, but then there are cases, the Ministry of Economics have agreement with Microsoft on private Azure, so we launch with them on private Azure. So it's possible to do, but it's not always the best solution. We can have more price-effective solutions if we don't use these external.
Understand, but to extend my question, if you are putting the on-premise solution,
Yep.
how much will it cost for
Yeah, it depends on the features. If you just want to have the quality control, it costs about like 20K. If you want to have the text with the large language models, have 50K. So but there are like the for finance, the Rietumu the what else? The Riga students, they decide to buy servers. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Sorry. Next up, I would like to welcome Sven, representing Pinted. Okay. Yeah.
On this?
All right. The stage is
What
yours.
I push?
Yeah, this one.
This one. Okay, good evening everyone. My name is Sven and I'm a founder of Pinted. So this is my first speech, and especially after previous speech, it's just gonna be quite fun to present mine. So good luck to all of us. So I presenting such industry like printing, and despite of rumors, it's not dying industry, it's growing. And Pinted is focusing communication between client and print house. Like this picture shows, as you see, they're dealing with one print query takes a lot of time and many, many emails. And same time, searching suitable print partner, it usually goes through Google or relies on recommendation of somebody. And this can be quite annoying and time costly. And based off statistics, around 20 to 40% of revenue is something what in all procurement process is going to be lost. And printing part is not different of it. So here is a little sample of one Latvian small manufacturer company who didn't want a long time to hear anything about printed, but eventually when I managed to convince them to make a test, we did it with 2 of the print projects. And as results showed that the existing print partner is not shown there, but actually 2 projects was cost them around 200 euros with one print project per query. So there is a lot of money what is lost, and usually it's because as this process to find suitable or fitting print partner is time consuming, and everybody remembers this pain, then lots of companies stuck with the existing print partner and not kind of interested anymore to find anybody else. But when we start testing the solution, there is quite a lot of money lost. So SMEs to whom we're planning to focus are mainly struggling then, like I said, to find reliable, affordable, and high-quality print houses. But on the other hand, print houses challenging to ensure fast pricing part, because all pricing so far are created by humans, and there are limitations. And also they struggling expanding their client base, especially in international markets. So it can be quite like intimidating, and that's why it goes as it goes. And with Pinted, we're trying to simplify print procurement through AI-driven matching, and there where AI comes in. So that's why I'm here today. And to help make supplier connection more transparent, and this is both as locally as internationally. So the way should be easy as possible. Mainly you entering your print project, you review offers, you pay, and you can focus on your everyday business. You're receiving your materials, and when you need, you can repeat it. Our idea is to focus on click-based payment. Usually in this industry, either are companies who adding percentage of original price, but we trying to convince companies to change their habits. And what we are targeting here, I have lost one slide here. Actually, it should be different slides. This is focused on print house part. So simply saying, it looked like when you're adding in system your price query, you get offers from different print houses. After I go back, here. You see the print houses from what countries are representing the offers. And if you want to see who is behind of this offer, you know that there will be this click-based cost. So let's say you're having average 5 queries per month. So each click is costing €1, and let's say your cost extra to this original print price will be €5. And same is with print houses, not of course immediately, but afterwards, where the print house gets email with price query, and to see what is detailed information behind this query, they also have this click fee. And here we see that around 160K print houses, digital and offset, are in Europe and North America, and we're trying to hit 10% of 79,000 of them, and potential revenue would be around 500,000. But with SMEs, it's different. There is approximately 60 million SMEs in Europe and North America, and there we hunting 1.5 SMEs, what should be giving potential revenue 90 million. And of course, there is many companies or platforms who trying to provide same thing, but usually they are more on print-on-demand solution, and they have few print houses behind of the system. Pinted will be different. First of all, orienting more AI-driven matching processes and involving as many print houses as possible all around the Europe and mention North America. And for today, we have in system 200 plus print houses from 7 different countries. We have tested with 1,000 projects. We have onboarded 27 clients so far, and our humble revenue last year was 120K. And right now, at this moment, we have joined in Prague with one local, event where they are gathering IT students from US, and with them we have 2 teams there, and one team will focus on first phase to create this AI, we're calling it Chat Guru, what will help to give responses to different type of industry questions, what is may come out preparing your query, and then it's help also to prepare this query, so print house would have exact details what they need to pricing. And we planning to continue testing, but now focus on this our new approach, is click-wise approach. Also make improvements with platform existing one and onboarding more clients. And this is our minimum viable product. Look how it looks like. It's very kind of simple and rustic at the moment, but basically here it's seen how it works today, where it's preparing project, pricing and ordering. The team is very small at the moment. As you see, mainly I'm pushing it. And, but I have many helpers who are helping me to move on. And if there should be any investor who would like to support this project, then we're seeking at the moment 80K of funding to make improvements and start scaling it wider market. So thank you very much. Paldies. I'm sorry for my presentation. As I said, it's my first, so.
Just kind of summarize, the tool is built for 2 audiences. For printing houses to kind of manage their existing clients and operations, plus for them as a new sales channel to reach new queries, and for SMEs to actually put those queries and actually get the most cost-effective, best deals from existing printing houses in the region.
At the moment, we are focused more on customers or clients from order side, but not there is a longer story behind of it. But eventually, yes, we would like to reach that Pinted is fast and automated system for both parties. So to eliminate the human being between this process. So if you have your query, you already automatically get pricing before even somebody from print house needed to involve it. There are already similar systems or approaches, so we're looking around, should we combine it with somebody or build our own? So
Okay. We have time for 2 questions from the audience. Any questions about the printing industry?
You compared yourself with competitors, I think it was from Estonia, Germany. Does Printify local Unicor is your competitor?
at that point, I don't think they are competitor because they're focusing on different kind of target groups, and they are more e-commerce oriented and more of this print on demand on different hats and bags and cups and things like this. So at the moment, I don't see it as a very dangerous competitors, but of course, if they would think about same direction to go this direction, then yeah, they can become competitor.
Any other questions? If no, then we're actually...
You also mentioned about the presentation about some cost of deliveries. So calculated by your partners, or maybe you can show us slide. There were about deliveries cost, something like this.
Delivery cost?
Didn't catch it actually.
You mean this slide, yeah?
Yes. Yes, this one. Yeah. Price.
Yeah, no, the system works so at the moment the print house will enter price of production, and in case they providing delivery service and delivery price as well. If they're not providing it, then at the moment it's entered manually.
Delivery provides your partners, or
Yeah, print house themselves will
it's
manage for delivery.
It's just logistic companies, yes, as understood.
No, it depends. No. It depends of the print house with whom they have this cooperation, courier or delivery company, and they just by themselves adding this price.
Like Omniva, DPD.
Yes. Now here is seen that Latvian company has added, it's 10 euros, so others haven't, or somebody has had 22 euros, so it's in the future it should be like obligatory that everybody will add it. But we have thought about this possibility to automate it together with some courier companies, but it's quite challenging at the moment.
With whom?
With different kind of platforms or companies who are providing it.
Okay, thank you very much. We're unfortunately out of time. Round of applause again. Next up, I would like to welcome on stage Alens representing ProteumTech, actually one of the winners of this year's textile competition.
Thank you. So the only hardware startup, right?
Yeah.
Bring some freshness. Okay, I will just, can I hold this in my hand?
Sure.
So hi everyone, my name is Alens Martini, CEO and co-founder of ProteumTech, and we are making high efficiency electrolyzers for lower hydrogen production costs. Renewables typically operate 25 to 40% daily, leaving producers reliant on grid energy. Green hydrogen becomes costly. That creates two unfavorable scenarios for the producers. You can continue at high cost and become uncompetitive in the market, or you can halt the operations and produce lower volumes. Both of those scenarios means lower profit. We have come up with our two-step electrolysis solution which production processes are cyclic, and both of those cycles are more efficient than traditional electrolysis. But the key feature here is the energy management, the flexibility to switch between those cycles based on renewable availability or energy prices. But what we really stand out is our new closed pack design, which reduced the amount of raw materials by 3 times and increases the power density, or highly efficient hydrogen production cycle, and therefore up to 60% cheaper hydrogen production costs. But the key difference is how we approach the production process. While traditional systems operates constantly, meaning producing constant volumes of hydrogen each hour and with a constant energy consumption, we are getting almost 2 times more hydrogen when energy is cheap. And we are releasing the gas with 3 times lower power consumption when energy price peaks. And in a scenario like this, we are increasing the daily profit by 89%. We are the only ones providing energy management, and that's the game changer for the industry, as we can adjust our production process each and every day, getting the best performance out of the hydrogen production. So our go-to-market strategy is divided into 3 phases. At first phase this year, we have 3 key milestones. It's the first revenues through piloting and lease agreements, EPO application and US patent application, and raised TRL level. In the next year, it's also a crucial year as we plan to upscale our technology, go through the certification process, and launch our product for the market for small fleets like hydrogen drones, and get the first sales contract out of the piloting before we are moving to industrial scale in 2027. It's not secret that green hydrogen market is very huge, and we are aiming at 3% out of the pie, which gives us roughly 180 million market across various industries. Currently, we have validated prototype, 2 pilots, 2 LOIs for small-scale piloting, ongoing patent application, and established partnerships. In terms of funding, we have attracted 70K equity-free funding. We have 3 VCs committed into our pre-seed round, and yeah, as Emil said, we won the 160K prize in the TechChill 2025. Currently, we are raising 300K euros, which will basically help us to co-fund our projects and move us to the seed phase. Our team consists of 6 people plus 2 industry leaders into our advisory. Me, myself, I'm responsible for the business and team lead. The brains behind the operation is Martin, helped by engineer Reins Drunka. Anders is responsible for R&D, while Augusta is taking care of branding, PR, and design, and our new team member, Christers, he's working on another electrolysis project for the space applications. Thank you very much. Happy to answer your questions.
Any takers for the questions? Because I have the first one already. Are Depot Ventures and Beamline following with the investment after TechChill?
Yeah, they are. Well, basically, we are going through the due diligence processes at the moment. So we already cleared 2, but for the Depot, they want to start with the technical due diligence, and that will take more time. But yeah, we are going through the process. Okay.
Questions from the audience?
What valuation they are offering you?
That's a tough question for us. That's how I rejected some investors. Because for the company like ours, which is a hardware, it's a bit longer way to the market. Some of them wanted to give us 1.5 million valuation, and we said no, thank you, because well, there are other investors. When we don't want to I don't want to use this word, but you have to take care of your cap table for the later rounds. That's why we are aiming for 2.5 million valuation early. That's why we are taking not much money. It's only 300K. Basically, it's an even lower amount because we want to cover that also with the projects. And basically, yes, as I said, the key milestones for this year is to raise our valuation.
Are there talking about investors? Are there specific investors with specific competences that you are looking for, or is it not that important for you right now?
Well, during the past year, I've talked with, I counted, and it was close to 100 investors because, well, I went on 9 different countries and many events and stuff. And what I learned is that when you talk with investors which specify themselves in the, I don't know, clean tech industry or whatever, deep tech industry, well, those kind of conversations are much more interesting, and they know what to ask, and they know, and they usually evaluate the technology first. But when you talk with others, they evaluate the market potential, the business, and where you at now. So, of course, we would like to talk more with clean tech, for example, investors, but there are not so many, to be honest. And mostly they are like they are providing the larger tickets. That's why the answers, what we usually getting back is that you're a bit too early for us because you're raising to not that much money, and we want that you come back to us like later. So answering then your question, it doesn't matter. It's like I think it doesn't matter at this point because it's like a small amount, and we just want to get this money to go our path.
All this?
Just two super short questions. First, some producers are actually supplied by nuclear energy, so that's kind of your problem, especially for producers of green hydrogen in the Middle East. They wouldn't be, they wouldn't see kind of a business case in what you're doing. But just to recap, so what is your exact value added? So if you take a typical, so who is your customer? Is it the producer of green hydrogen?
Yes, it's producer of green hydrogen. It's like, but well, we are far off from because our first prototype will be very small scale to 2 kilowatts, and so our target for the market launch is to provide stations from 2 to 20 kilowatts. Basically, as I said, for the small fleets like hydrogen drones for military purposes, for agriculture and stuff like that. So they don't need that much of a power, and they don't have for example, refueling stations. That's the first and foremost our client, because they don't have a large, for example, solar wind farm behind them. They just they somehow at some point they rely on the grid energy. And that's where a solution comes in, because then when the others, like the traditional system, they just continue with the same consumption, we lower that consumption in the second step. So that's where the advantage is.
Any other questions? If no, then thank you very much. And last but not least for today, I would like to welcome Inga and Santa from POS Finance. Yes, here's this one and the clicker.
Hi everyone, we are POS Finance team.
Hello everyone, thank you very much to being here, and I would say that this is a very big pleasure for us to be here.
And let's go. Yes, as we know, in Latvia, in Baltics, and in some other Europe countries are some issues with SME lending. And access to finance is complicated, low, and limited. And interesting fact is that in Latvia, approximately 70% of loans are 3 or more collaterals. And so we decided to make SME lending decision making so fast as it is now in private sector.
Like that.
Yes, in a few minutes. So we are now building the process, the solution for SME lending. It's a smart digital platform for onboarding till automated repayment. And actually we are now working on automated scoring system. Firstly, for low classes categories, that means from first till 3 classes, the loan offer will be in a few minutes. And now we have also a solution for automated repayment. It means weekly repayments. That means that these weekly repayments based on the business weekly revenue. And what we see that our solution can be easily scalable in any country where is open banking technology, because in our solution we use an open banking technology and we have real account information data.
On daily basis. Yes, and here you can see our solution, which is actually revenue-based financing through some technical system which used this open banking solution. Yes, please. Yes, and how it works very easy, very fast, just 4 steps. And it starts in the beginning from application till repayments tracking. Yes, very fast, very easy, very, I would say, precise.
Yes, and here you can see revenue-based financing model has proven successfully in many countries, mostly in USA and Europe. Here you can see 3 biggest providers in Europe, and but what is interesting, they are specific only in e-commerce. Yes, but what we want revenue-based financing make available for any SME who has regular incomes. It means daily incomes or weekly incomes or monthly incomes.
Yes, and what we have for that moment, I would say that for that moment we have some solid portfolio already in the place, yes, which consists from 108,000 euros, and average interest rate in that portfolio is 26%, and we already has raised investments in total amount of 110,000 euros. Yes, and I would say that we have some ambitious plans and goals for next 3 years, but not only. And this year we are going to working and still working on that technical solution, and we are going again and again issue new loans. And then we more issue loans, we can more get data for that technical solution, this automated scoring system. And in 2026, 2027, we are going to launch that technical solution in addition in 4 new countries.
And actually, we had finished pre-seed round in January in this year, but why we are here, because one of the investors can approve origination of funds, so we now additionally raised 140,000 euros in pre-seed round, valuation of 2 million. And what we do with this money, also we issued new loans, but also we are doing automating solution for this loan repayments, yes, and also collect the data to this scoring system.
And maybe I would add some information that very important is that most of that money goes to this credit portfolio, yes, this is real Latvian customers, real businesses who really needs for that not
funding.
Investment but funding, yes.
Yes, and you have now a great opportunity to become a part of post-finance and invest to development of SME financing and make easy and fast access to funding in this SME area. Yeah, not only in Latvia but across Europe with our technology. And now our investors are industry professionals from bank sector, from payment sector till IT solution sectors.
Yes, and this is our team for that moment, yes. And I would say that our team members are dedicated in very crucial areas for that businesses. On the one hand is finances, yes, on the other hand is this information technology. And I would say that we are so strong and so dedicated that we definitely can make post-finance a successful business. Thank you very much.
Questions out of the gate? Actually, I have a question about the team. The team's resume looks very impressive. Are you all already full-time in this project, or what's the dedication right now?
For that moment, my sister and I, Santa is my sister, youngest one, yes. And yes, I and my sister are working fully in that project, yes, and Alexander also, but Nikita is just like advisory for that moment, yes, we three.
And
Covers all issues for that moment.
And we with Inga issues loans and all this process of Alexander's work with IT solutions.
And technologies.
Yes.
Could you please one step back? Is already invested?
Yes,
yes.
yes.
We are raised now 1,000 euros and issued loans in this money.
Yes.
With what we are raising.
Yes, and Oksana Sivakobilska is our advisor as well, yes.
Other questions from the audience?
Do you need some kind of credit license or something
No,
like that?
no.
Oh,
This
it's
is,
possible.
yes, because this is SME lending. Not yet, and that's why we are lucky, I would say, yes, because most of my experience before that was related with consumer finance, yes, this consumer finance, mortgage lending, yes, SME lending as well. And as we know, then if you are in consumer finance area, then you have to have this license, yes.
But mostly in Europe countries didn't need this license. Also, if some days will need, that would not be a problem because I was worked last in Latvia's bank in Financial Capital Market Commission, so I have this
knowledge and know-how.
Yes, Ansis?
What default rate do you expect will be there?
8%. 8% now.
And is 26% effective interest rate, or it's nominal and commissions are aside?
This is not effective rate, you know. This very important is that when we start this business, yes, we kind of know that, but we didn't expect that this portfolio very fast accumulate, yes, and this repayment happens once a week. It means that actually if you give let's say 26% interest rate, then this effective rate can be like 11-10%. Yes, but what we see, this product is very good when when your company has some cash flow issues. Then you kind of have back this money first 4 times faster than other lenders on the market. And our product on this market is new, really new, and our business customers very appreciate this product because you know, when your turnover goes up, then your repayment goes up, yes, and when your turnover goes down, then repayment will decrease, sorry.
You had a
I
question.
think that such companies already exist in Baltics, right? In bank or some other company.
But they don't have such product, you know.
But for SMEs, I believe.
No, really, they don't have such product. You can.
It's similar like Altero or not?
No, Altero. This is platform. Altero is platform where everybody who wants to get let's say business loan or a consumer loan, just put your data and you fast get some offer from other lenders.
Yes.
This is just broker.
We can connect to Altero and also can provide our.
Yes.
On open banking, how do you get information from customers? You said that you're basing your scoring model on customers' actual transactions.
Yes.
So how do you get the data? Because open banking, when it comes to customer bank account data, has not yet been implemented, and has been actually not clear how FIDA directive will be implemented in the EU. So how do you currently get the data?
We are now using account information service provider. Yes.
Such like NeoPay and so on.
When customer applied the questionnaire, last question will be connect your business all bank accounts. Access. We get access work till 180 days, and then we can per day 5 times
renew this request for this data.
This data, and we all such data we can calculate this repayment. And our scoring model in future also we can we want to build only in this real account data, not to public information, but only we have this account data when we do the scoring.
Because what we see for that moment, yes, when you are assessing some SME businesses, you have to work on many balance sheets and account information and etc., etc., and it takes many of time, huge of time and resources. Yes.
Capital.
Yes.
Capital, they don't
this
have
product.
such product.
No. We yes, we have good relationship with
With Juris.
Yeah. With,
Yes, and we are not competitors till that moment. Yes.
Okay, one last question.
The financial services based on account statement, not balance sheets or cash.
Yes.
For that moment, we are checking balance sheet as well and documentation and such register like Lursoft or Credit Information Bureau and so on. Yes, but in the future, we see that we have to be so precise, so dedicated that we take just this account information, and for that perspective, we can make decision. And why it is very important, because if we are going abroad, yes, then if you already take the same information what is needed in SME lending for many this register, then you are like not competitive, yes, and it is a hassle to make adjustments for such models in other countries. Yes, that's why just one source, account information.
Okay, understood. But on the other hand, for example, if I already have my credit liabilities, maybe like some pledge or turnover.
Yes.
Turnover rules, liabilities in another bank, for example.
Okay.
From my maybe account statement, you will not receive the information about what amount of I have liabilities in the Sweden,
Yes,
for
yes.
example.
But
This means you also have to, or must have to, or must to recheck my bank score in a
bank
Latvian
score?
bank.
Bank
I'm
score?
Latvian bank, credit.
Okay, but
Yeah.
let's to be honest. If we are in a SME business, then actually all those lenders doesn't have full picture. It's not about like in private individuals, but if you are in a business sector, yes, you don't see full picture. And what you can do like
only open sources like pledges and etc. You're about liabilities.
Yes.
SME. Okay.
Yes. You can't see it, but what we see for that moment, yes, this account information give a pretty clear picture about what happens, really, because we are
with cash flow, but not amount.
No,
but
you can see all what is
payments which goes out.
Yes,
Yeah.
if you have some TSV spildytas, some
Bailiffs or
if you have some other loans, you all see in 12 months. Yes, you can't don't see. Yes, and why we are now using our public data and this account, because we are
comparing this information.
Looking what we see this public data, and we see what is how we can see it in account data.
And how we can use this information, yes.
Okay. But also we see that we goes to another country, we need to some database, yes, some
about mortgages and etc.
Yes, about
credit history and
history,
that history as well.
Yes.
I will have to cut this conversation
Okay.
short. You can freely continue it afterwards, but thank you very much. You're unfortunately out of time.
Thank you.